Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Here I am. I don't look like an egg today. We're on a roll, but it's only going to get worse from here. So today I'm going to be doing a super easy special effects makeup look because I looked back on the videos that I've done this year and I've only done like one full-on gory makeup for spooky season. So I thought that needs to be remedied because I love a bit of gore for Halloween. So today I'm going to be splitting my nose open. Woohoo! So today I'm going to be doing a super easy split nose. Now, I mean technically broken, but it's going to be like an open wound as opposed to like a compact wound where it's like zigzaggy. We're not doing that today. We're doing, there's staples involved. That's how serious we're getting. Staples. 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 So I am going to try and keep this as simple as I can in terms of products because I know not everyone can get their hands on special effects products. Most places do sell these products nowadays, especially like around the Halloween kind of aisles. They've really stepped their game up for makeup for Halloween, especially over the past couple of years. But of course, everything that I use today you can find online. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. As always, everything that I have used is going to be listed down in the description box, as well as all of my social media links. Please make sure you go and give me a like and a follow on them, and make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future uploads, because this will be the second last video of spooky season. I have one more after this and then it's done for another year. Sad. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is apply a really thin layer of a glue to the area that you want to be covered by the scar wax. So I'm using Pros-Aide, but you can use spirit gum if you can only find that. But I'm just applying a thin layer, letting it dry, and then I'm going in with some Cinewax. Now the trick with this is you have to mould it about in your fingers until it's really malleable, really warm and soft, so that it will blend into your skin. So once that glue is dry and I've massaged that Cinewax about quite a wee bit, I applied a wee bit of Vaseline to my fingers and to my tools, and then I'm sticking just like a sausage shape of that Cinewax down where I'd put that glue, and making sure that it's anchored to my skin before I start blending it out. Then I'm just going to go in with my wee plastic tool. You can use your fingers as well. I kind of start off with a plastic tool when I'm using Cinewax because then it kind of attaches it to your skin easier, and then going in with my fingers to blend it out. Cinewax is great to use on bonier parts of your face. It's a bit more difficult to blend on more fleshy areas because you don't have as much support underneath your skin, but also it's not great on a movable part of the face. So if you're kind of putting it around expression lines or anything like that, you're better off having a glue to hold it down first. So there's a wee close-up shot of me, lovely. But yeah, so blending out the tool first and then using my finger, because then that will blend it like into the skin. Also keeping in mind with this that you don't have a lot of skin on your nose. You know, underneath is just cartilage, but there isn't a very thick layer of skin, so you want to try and keep this as close to the nose as possible to make it look a bit more realistic. And then once I'm happy with the kind of level of it and the sculpting and the blend, I'm just going in with a translucent powder and just setting over that just to take down any tackiness. Then I'm taking this Kryolan, I think this is actually a burn wheel, but it's got good shades for injuries in it. And I'm going in first with that kind of light salmon pink colour and putting that right down the centre just to give myself a base to work with. I applied Cinewax on the other side as well, but I just did exactly the same thing. And now I'm going in with a red. I'm not too fond of this red because it's a bit too orange for my liking, but I fixed it later, it's all good. But just applying this straight down the centre. You don't want to apply this around the edges or on the actual Cinewax, because it is the nose, although there would be like a lot of blood, it wouldn't spread out to like by your eyes or anything like that. So to keep it a wee bit more realistic, you have to kind of bear in mind the anatomy of where you're putting this injury. Then I'm going in with a kind of dark burgundy red shade right along the edges just to make it look a bit deeper. And then I'm taking a very, very tiny amount of concealer and patting that along the edges just to kind of clean up in case any of that red had went over. You don't have to do this. Cinewax is great because when it blends out to a flesh tone, and it's kind of more translucent, but you can use a wee bit of concealer just to clean it up. Then I went in and set everything with powder, and I'm now going in on an orange stipple sponge with that same red shade, which again is far too orange, and a darker shade as well, and creating some bruising. So I like using an orange stipple sponge for this because, especially for new bruises, it creates a lot more texture, which bruises technically are, and also it doesn't pick up as much product. And on an injury like this, because there's so many endings around your eye and blood vessels around your eye and your nose, there would be a lot of bruising straight away, but it would be like reds and burgundies. So I sponged some of that on, and now I'm going in with Fresh Scratch, which, I mean, just look at that, isn't it lovely? And I'm putting this right down the centre of that wound, just spatulaing it in. You can get dark and light Fresh Scratch. Personally, I prefer the darker one because I think it looks a bit more realistic. But I did mix a wee bit of the bright red one in as well. And now I'm going in with Woundfiller, which is just this chunky, gooey substance that just adds more texture to your wound. And I always find this easier to put in after Fresh Scratch because then it's got something to stick to. Oftentimes, especially with Cinewax, it doesn't like having things put in about it. Now I'm going in with some staples. Told you we were getting serious with these staples, and I'm just applying them directly over that injury. Because it's Cinewax, you can push them straight into it. Obviously not too forcefully because your skin is still underneath it and you don't want to break your wound, but you won't need any additional glue or anything like that to hold these in place. They'll just stay as they are. And I applied them all the way up that injury and kind of made some of them a bit more askew so that they didn't look as perfect. And then I went in and defined kind of that lower eye bag area because the blood would most likely collect there when you're bruising. Applied some FX Blood, which is a runnier blood, and kind of stippled that everywhere, kind of down the bottom of my nose, because I would imagine if this happened to you, your nose would probably start to bleed internally as well as externally. And then just to clean up the bruising a wee bit, I took a wee bit of an oil-based makeup remover to take away the grease paint on a cotton pad, which I kind of bundled up and dipped it into that, and you just stipple it on, and the Pro Clean takes away some of the product, not all of it, and because it's on that cotton pad that's all bundled up, it does it in a haphazard manner, so it looks still like a bruise, like you're not gonna mess up what you've already done. And then once I was happy with my effect that I'd created, I just powdered everything down just to make sure it wasn't shiny, because bruises aren't shiny. And there you have it, guys. That is the finished easy SFX makeup look, all complete. As always, I hope you have enjoyed, and I hope that this one doesn't give you too many nightmares. It's a bit more on the gory side, which is always nice to do. But yeah, as always, everything I've used is going to be listed down below, as well as all of my social media links. Please make sure you go and give me a like and a follow on them, and make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future uploads. I hope you have all enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time for another spooky season makeup. Bye! Second to last one, here we go. Okay, the new. So today I'm going to be doing a, what am I doing? I don't know. What was I doing? Social media links. I'm going to split my nose open. Over here. Am I filming? I'm doing this for you. This doesn't look suspect at all. Promise I'm not picking my nose. Oh, I look a bit worse if I'm weird, don't I? Just a tad. Ta-da!